We are reconnecting you now.
And it's going down now. Yes, it's gonna be all right. Let's do it, y'all. Hey, how y'all feeling? A Friday night and it's down like a submarine. We're gonna do this thing, we clean, and I know that I'm glad that y'all on the scene. It's daily, 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 daily. It's the daily. Yo, check it out, right? Tonight on the Daily Go Get a Business Show, we talking about when you're credible about all the wrong things. When you're credible about all the wrong things, who is your go-to? Who is your go-to when it comes to finding out if something ain't on a level, if something ain't the way it's supposed to be, if somebody is lying about something, if somebody is a cheater, if somebody is a thief, if somebody is not really all right now? Well, you often go to a person that used to do the thing that you are suspicious about somebody doing and see if real recognize real, because you're not real in that way, but you really in any way that you are, because you're a superstar. And this is Daily Go Get a Missing Show. My name is Owen. I'm glad y'all came through. We're going to get this together, yo. And I'm so glad to be here on a Friday. Why they try to take me out, I don't doubt that they had good intentions, but I mentioned that y'all are my superstars. Yeah, y'all. So tonight on the DG show, we talking about when you are credible about all the wrong things. It's like you're credible, but you don't have no integrity. We got some stuff going on tonight. We got a couple of surprises. I got something for y'all. You think I don't, but I do. Oh yeah. When you're credible about all the wrong things, baby. What y'all know? What's going on, T. Carey? Right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my people going directly into your site. Carol Chamberlain, mi friend, mi favorita. It's always great to see you, Stacey White. Yo, thanks for coming on through tonight. I'm glad y'all came through. We gonna do it right. Wait a minute. I don't see that meter moving. I don't see that meter moving. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can y'all hear me? Because I don't see that meter moving. Can y'all hear me? What's good? Do y'all hear me? I need to know. I need to know, because that's going to determine what we have to do right now, brothers. Right now, sisters. Can y'all hear me? Like it seems like every time that I get set up in advance and are ready to go, then we have some old crazy stuff going on. Can y'all hear me? Come on, y'all. Come on. Answer me. I need to know. Hello? Woo. Okay, that's all I need to know, man. Y'all like, I don't want, is such and such gonna answer? I don't know. All right. All right, I got a little treat for y'all. Check this out. Hold on. I got something a little dope. An anonymous supporter evidently likes the theme of the DG show. So what they did was they sent me a little clip of a little sound bite, or should I say a song bite, and I want y'all to check it out and see what y'all think. Now, I only have it on my phone because I haven't been able to download it yet. But I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about this little clip. Check this out. Check it out.
Every day it rains and the DJ will do the same.
Hold on.
Every day it rains.
Okay, here we go.
Every day it rains. Every day it rains and the DJ will do the same. Every day we laugh, we talk, we play. Every day it rains and the DJ will do the same.
I think we should play it again.
Every day it rains. Every day it rains and the DJ will do the same. Every day we laugh, we talk, we play. Every day it rains and the DJ will do the same.
Let's do it again.
Every day it rains. Every day it rains and the DJ will do the same. Every day We laugh, we talk, we play. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same.
Break it down, baby. Huh? Thank you, Anonymous. Appreciate you, Anonymous. Listen. I was so inspired by that shit. I was like, yo, I gotta get that thing on so I can get it on the board so we can play it louder. All right, so what we going? So look, this is what we can do. If y'all wanna, listen, I know we have some talent out there. So if y'all can sing and y'all wanna support the show with your own sound bite, y'all can jazz it up, make it sound flyer than that or whatever. I thought that was really good. I thought that was really, really good, especially when she says, "We laugh, we talk, we play." That's what we do on the show. So if y'all wanna make your own sound bite or whatever, you can do it a cappella. You can put it behind music if you have the equipment to be able to do so. But nonetheless, it's a good look. So if y'all, I thought that was dope. I want to give a big appreciative shout out to the caller, the anonymous supporter who sent me that sound bite, inboxed me. Appreciate it. Let's do it one more time. Hold on, one more time. What was that?
Every day it rains. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day we laugh, we talk, we play. Every day it rains, and the DJ will do the same.
Huh? That was dope. Okay. Oh, there's something else I want to show y'all. Before we really get into it. So check this out, right? Yo, what y'all think about my beard? I don't go to a barbershop. I shape myself up every other day. And I ordered this outliner. And I'm going to show you how sometimes you can jump the gun on certain things when you think that you have it down, but you really don't. So I'm going to peep y'all out to something. All right. So these are the outliners that I use to shape up my beard. You know what I'm saying? Zzz, 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 zzz. And when I want a closer outline, like to do this part, I use these because it has a smaller head. Now, my man's Lawrence Sakel, we was watching the game last Sunday, and he was like, "Yo, we was talking about when we used to have hair and how we used to, cut each other's hair and how he used to be a barber of school. So he was making money doing that and all of that. And he was like, yo, man, the last time I was in the barber, they got these new outliners. He was like, these Jones is all that. And I was like, what they look like? So I went and looked them up. And he showed them to me. But the ones he showed me were cordless. And I don't really, with certain things, I don't like to go cordless with, because there's certain things that you should never run out of power with. And those are things like shavers and things like that. So I'm not really with all of that. So I ordered the ones that had the cord. Now, when it came today, this came. Now, this is the same as this. This is the same as this. And I was like, yo, they sent me the wrong thing. So I quickly put the return in, like, yo, y'all ain't send me the right thing. But that was before I opened the box. I didn't open the box. I had already did the return, got the return label to send it back and all of that, contacted the seller like, yo, how you gonna send me the wrong joint, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? I opened the box and look, it's different. So this is what I was looking for. You see that head? It's like this. So it's really like this, but it's modified. They did some things to it to make it different. So it has this flat head, which is actually more like this. It's almost the same thing, but because of the way that it's designed, you're going to get a closer shave, and plus it's brand new. So this is the exact same thing, but they cut this area, and they modified it to where it looks a little different, and it gave me a really close shave. What y'all think? Huh? Huh? Got some face going on. So I wanted to show y'all that tonight. And that's this show that sometimes you can jump the gun. Now I'm going to have to rescind that return. Like, oh, yeah. It turns out y'all did send me the right thing. We good. But sometimes you have to go ahead, and I didn't want to open the box because I didn't want them to say like, well, you opened it and maybe, no. I had to open it, but you would think that it would have been like that on the box, but evidently these are, it actually did advertise it saying that it was modified. So, that's one of those things where you have to make sure that you go all the way to make sure that something is the way that it was supposed to be. So let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Tonight we're talking about when you are credible about all the wrong things. When you are credible about all the wrong things. What do you think? There are people who serve as professional witnesses in court. They serve as professional witnesses in court because there are people who have robbed banks. There are people who have committed bank fraud or embezzlement and things like that, and have actually served time in prison. And sometimes those people are employed by lawyers, by prosecutors to act as a witness, a credible witness, a credible professional witness to say that somebody or something has probably done something to someone. Like the likelihood that somebody has done this is high because these are the characteristics. This is the profile of a person who does this sort of thing. Hey, Stacy White, appreciate me some of you. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Yo, appreciate me some. Appreciate me some you. Y-O-U. I appreciate what you do. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. So yeah, there are people who have done certain crimes that can attest to when other people have probably done certain crimes. We all have mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, other family members, friends who have done certain things, dirty things, nasty things, illegal things, bad things. They was about that life at some time in their lives, and now they have changed their lives around. They have switched things around. They have flipped it and bounced it, and now they are one who takes one to know one. You know how they say it takes one to know one? Well, they are the one that it takes. So, let's say your man, you suspect that your man is cheating on you, or you suspect that your girl is cheating on you. Well, who would be best to identify the characteristics of a cheater than somebody who used to do it themselves? I mean, they have inside information. They have the inside track. They have the scouting report. They have the drop on who and what kind of person would participate in this type of behavior. So that's who you go get. It takes one to know one. So you go get the one that it takes. Like, yo, you describe all of the behaviors. They've been coming in late. As soon as they come in the house, they want to take a shower. They don't want to have sex. They used to want to do it all the time. They don't want to do it anymore now. And blah 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 blah. They smell like a different perfume than the one I use, or cologne. Thank you. Bless you too. Yeah. A cheater is going to recognize a cheater. And you know, everybody who used to cheat always says they know when a person is cheating because that's what they used to do. Everybody who used to steal. Everybody who used to steal, they'll tell you that they know a thief when they see one. They know a liar when they hear one. They know a thief when they see one. So you can fool all of those people, you know, like they don't know what you're doing. They don't know what you're about. They don't know how you're moving. But I do because I used to do the same thing. The same little tactics that you are employing, I see you. So don't try that around here. I'm going to let my peoples know what you're doing because you're not going to do them that way. No, no, no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. So you know how the people who were close to us, we don't allow them to fall by the wayside of deception, of being mistreated, being abused. Speaking of being abused, who would best know if somebody was an abuser than somebody who used to either be abused or who used to abuse? You're going to recognize when somebody is with somebody who is an abuser. And it's sad because sometimes when we get this truth dropped on us, we're not ready for it. We don't want it. We don't want to see it. But here it is. It gets dropped right in our lap. It gets mushed right in our face. It gets talked right in that ear. All of our senses are heightened to that thing that we don't want to face or that we don't want to be true. My allergies. My allergies. So you suspect that somebody that you're in love with is getting high. You know that ex-drug addicts or ex-drug dealers, they will tell you in a minute. I know when somebody is on coke because they always, acting paranoid, acting twitchy or whatever. So they can tell when somebody is high off cocaine. They can tell when somebody is a user. They can tell when they're geeking off of that shit. They can tell. It's not hard for them to tell at all. They can tell right off the bat. And sometimes we don't want to hear that. You don't know everything. You don't know everybody. You think that you can tell, but yeah, they can. They are an expert witness when it comes to this. They are the person that can identify who is doing what because they saw it day in and day out, time and time again. So they know what time it is. So sometimes they will tell you straight up and down without being asked. And sometimes if you ask them, they'll let you know. Yeah, your man is getting high. And I can tell you what he's getting high off. And I can tell you some of the things that he's probably doing to try to throw you off of the scent or any kind of ways that he's acting that you may not recognize because you're not familiar with drugs like that. You never got high. You never sold drugs. You were never in that life. But that person is. So when stuff comes up missing, and when dates start being missed, and when things start to not go right and things like that, just know it's because they have a little drug problem that they're not taking care of, that they're hiding, and just trust me, money is going to start missing because there isn't enough money in the world to support a out of control coke habit. It will take all your money. It'll take all your money. Remember back in the 80s, the man who invented the DeLorean, the car, the DeLorean. Remember the DeLorean? Mm-hmm. You know, they say he was involved in the drug trade. There's a reason you're not able to buy a DeLorean late model anymore. Now that car was going to be in the vein of the Ferrari. It was. It was in the vein of the Ferrari, of the Lamborghini, the Aston Martin, the Lotus, foreign cars. It was getting it like that. As a matter of fact, let me see. Let's go back in time for a minute and look up the DeLorean. The DeLorean. Let's
1911, according to verywellhealth.com, the history of autism begins in 1911 when Swiss psychiatrist Paul Eugen Bleuler coined the term, using it to describe what he believed to be the child's version of
Shut up.
schizophrenia. Once since then, our understanding of autism has evolved, culminating in the current diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder, ASD, and informed by many notable events impacting autism clinical research, education, and support.
Okay. The DeLorean. DeLorean Motor Company. DeLorean is a legacy mobility company focused on redefining human connections through creative technology. DeLorean is unapologetically human, a new energy mobility. Okay, what are we talking about? What are you telling me? You can still get a DeLorean? Yeah, I mean, you can still. Let me see. DeLorean scandal. Let's see. John Z. DeLorean is arrested with $24 million in a $24 million cocaine deal. Well. This is what we were looking for. In October 19th, 1982, the automaker John Z. DeLorean is arrested and charged with conspiracy to obtain and distribute 55 pounds of cocaine. DeLorean was acquitted of the drug charges. Oh, God, come on. DeLorean was acquitted of the drug charges in August of 1984, but his legal woes were only beginning. He soon went on trial for fraud, and over the next 2 decades was forced to pay millions of dollars to creditors and lawyers. Nevertheless, DeLorean occupies an important place in automotive history. Thanks to his starring role in the 1985 film Back to the Future, his gull-wing sports car is one of the most famous cars in the world. So, okay. So, let's see. DeLorean grew up in Detroit and began to work for Chrysler while he was still in college. His career was a promising one. He worked his way up the corporate ladder at General Motors, where he was credited with designing the GTO and the Firebird. Wow. And became a vice president in 1972. But he left the company just a year later to pursue his own business interest. And in 1978, he started the DeLorean Motor Company in Northern Ireland. The British government, along with the investors like Johnny Carson, Sammy Davis Jr., paid the bulk of his startup costs to build his dream car, the DMC-12, a sports car that was like nothing anyone had ever seen before. Its stainless steel body was unpainted. Its doors opened up, not out, but had a 100 opened up, not out, and it had a 134 horsepower Renault engine and could go from 0 to 60 in 8 seconds. That ain't all that fast. But nonetheless, what up, Shirley Cheryl? The world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Nonetheless, takes one to know one. Takes one to know one. You know, we all have an aunt or an uncle or whatever that will tell you that they know a drug addict when they see one. They know a crackhead when they see one. They know a dope fiend when they see one. Shoot. Who is that? Judge Mathis. He always talking about he know a dope head, he know a crackhead when he sees one or whatever. You know, I used to like Judge Mathis. I don't like him no more. I mean, honestly, I don't like him because I don't really think that the way he used to treat his litigants on the show. First of all, it used to irk me how he always made all of the shows about himself. All of the cases, somehow he threw himself into it. You know, like, okay, all right. Yeah, you used to, okay, and you, okay. But I didn't think the way that he used to try to diss people, I didn't think that was helpful. Not my cup of tea. But yeah, when you're credible about all the wrong things. So you might be credible, but you might not have any integrity. You're credible, but you might not have any integrity. So yeah, I'll go get my crackhead uncle to let me know if somebody is a crackhead or if a crackhead did something that they shouldn't have done or that they're lying about doing or lying about not doing when I know they did. But your uncle who is still using might not be the type of person that you want around all the time. So you need him or her for a certain purpose, but you don't want to keep them around because yeah, they might get a little sticky, and when it's time for them to get high, they may succumb to what their addictions call them to do. I have a mechanic. I have a mechanic who employs drug addicts, and it's a funny thing. He knows that they're getting high, so when he leaves his shop to go get supplies and all of that kind of stuff, he locks them in the garage. So there's a gate that pulls down, and there's a door to the gate that unlocks and locks, so you can go in without pulling the door up or down. When he leaves, nobody else can leave. He locks the door from the outside, and he takes the key. So it's like, I'll be back. Y'all have everything here that y'all need. But what won't happen is y'all won't be leaving with certain things that are in people's cars. Not going to have it. And I thought it was the craziest thing because I came to his shop one time and he wasn't there. And one of his attendants was there. And I was like, yo, that's my car over there. Can you let me in? He was like, no, I can't let you in. I said, why? He said, because I don't have the key. I said, well, where's the boy? He said, oh, he went to go get some supplies. He'll be back in a little while. I was like, well, can you call him? He called the boy. And he let me, he handed me the phone. And I'm like, yo, man, what's going on? I just want to see the car. He said, I'll be back in a minute. But I don't let them out when I leave because blah. I said, man, listen, this is crazy. But I understood. I get it. I got it. I feel it. I know it. I understand it. When you're credible about all the wrong things. So he understood the tendencies of his employees. So he had to make adjustments in the way that he conducts business so he could go ahead and conduct his business without people coming to him saying that they had things or items in their car and they left with him. So I'm wondering, like, do you give them a full body cavity search before they leave and go home for the day? Who knows? But that was his way of making sure that certain auto parts didn't leave the garage without his knowledge. Now, some of the bars were big enough for you to pass something through, like maybe a cigarette or a bag of cocaine or weed or something like that. Maybe even a small auto part, like maybe a mirror or something like that. But I guess they saw and come to think of it, I don't know if he had cameras there to whereas he would be able to see if they did something like that. So I don't know. Who knows? But that was his way of checking them. And I thought it was the funniest thing. I was like, man, this takes me back to the 90s. This takes me back to the early and mid 90s, baby. Garrett Chamberlain says he wasn't going to take any losses. That's right. That's right. And whenever we have had thieves come into our house or something came up missing and we suspected that somebody had done it, what did we do to confirm our suspicions? We went to somebody who would engage in something like that and we tell them what happened and what did they say? Yeah, he took it. And I'm going to tell you how they took it. And it's amazing how somebody can describe how an event went down without actually being there to witness it. Who knows what I'm talking about? You know, I know, we know. Rel, recognize Rel. I said Rel, recognize Rel. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. When you're credible about all the wrong things, lying, cheating, stealing, deception, being a con man, prostitution. Who knows a hoe better than a hoe knows a hoe? Who? You know? Man, all of y'all have a brother, a boy cousin, a father, an uncle who has gotten caught up with some chick that was sweet as pie to him. But you knew that she was a loosey-goosey. Loosey-goosey giving up the boost. You knew. And you looking at your uncle. She might have even been a loosey-goosey that was getting high. And you looking at your uncle like, he just happy. He just is happy and is content and in love. And he all geesed and geeked out. And you know what I mean? And you're like, this joint is a stone cold trick. And how do you know? You might know it from your own tricky days. You might. I know one thing. Whenever I was dealing with a woman or a girl at the time, really, you know, that I thought was out there or, you know, wasn't really acting right or whatever, I would go get my sisters. Because women know women. Y'all know. I mean, I don't have to tell y'all that. Y'all know. Women know what other women do. And sometimes y'all will keep it to yourselves, like, well, you know, sister code, whatever. And sometimes y'all will reveal, like, but nah, you know, I ain't gonna let my brother, my uncle, my father, my cousin, I ain't gonna let them go. That's my homie. We've been homies since forever, and I don't want to see him get his feelings hurt. So he needs to understand that he's dealing with a hoe. He needs to understand that he's dealing with a hoe. So what did you do? You let him know, like, you know, your girl is she's community property. You know, when a man is in love, he don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear none of that. No, she, you know, maybe that's the way she used to be, but you know, people can change. All I know is she treats me good. We have a good time together, whatever. She faithful to me right now. And I know there's no way she could cheat because we together all the time. And you looking like, this hoe is the type of chick that will do somebody real quick in the bathroom while she's at a restaurant with her man. All she needs is 10 minutes. Go to the hotel or go to the restaurant bathroom. I just want to freshen up a little bit. She getting busy. That's right, Carol Chamberlain. Loosey goosey. Loosey goosey. Carol says, yep, someone will always tell it. You know it. You know it. Carol says, and man, oh man, I always got told by my brothers, leave that ninja alone. We know. We know. Like, come on now. It's a funny thing, though. It's a funny thing. Our brothers, our sisters, especially brothers, how many women have grown up around a bunch of men, and the bunch of men that they grew up around were all a bunch of they were all man whores. And that's why they knew so much about any man that you were dealing with. So they knew if you were dealing with a nerd, they knew if you were dealing with a man who maybe wasn't out there now, but it was on his way. They knew. It's like dogs. You know, it's like dogs and cats. You know how a dog and a cat can smell when you've been around another dog or cat, and they be like, you come in the house, they like, and you like, oh my God, you a snitch. Why are you snitching? And that's how it is, though. That's how it is. Real recognize real. I'm an ex-cheater, so I know when a man is cheating. I'm a cheater, so I know when a man is cheating. Like, listen, all I'm saying, baby, is this: make sure that you protect yourself. Look out for yourself. Sometimes we don't want. We know that a person is not ready to hear the truth. They're not ready to hear that truth. So we'll say, all right, listen, I ain't gonna tell you that your man is a cheater. What I'm just gonna tell you is that I want you to look out for yourself, and you just let me know if you have any problems. So they're trying to tell you without telling you. Make sure that you protect yourself, protect your heart. Play the field a little bit. Don't get all bogged down with anybody. You know, you're still young. You 47 years old. You still young. There's a lot of life out there for you to live. You know, you're still a baby, so you don't have to be bogged down and locked down with just one person right now. They don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell your young 47, 48, 49 years. They don't want to tell your young ears. They don't want to tell your middle-aged ears that you dealing with a man who's a straight player. But they know the deal. They know the deal. They was in that life. They are in that life. They know who's who. Your brothers and your uncles sniffing your new boyfriend. They just playing spades, tunk, 500, gin rummy, pinochle. Like, yo, you see this cheating man? You see this cheating man? Nigga, you see them brought up. I saw him eyeing her cousin. I saw him eyeing her sister. Listen, this can't get any more out of pocket while we in here. We're gonna toss him up out of here. She gonna have to see him after he get out the hospital or whatever. Like, we ain't having this. How she meet him anyway? Or they used to know the person. You know how it is. Oh yeah, you know he used to get high. You know, when I was listen when we used to sell, you know, we was on the street. You know, he used to come. Like, yeah, what you mean? I hope he told her he used to get high. I don't know if he getting high no more, but I know for a fact he used to get high because I used to sell it to him. I know him. He one who used to drive the little Fiero. He had, you know, back in the day, he had a Fiero. You know, a little car, little two-seater car, you know, Pontiac Fiero. He had a Fiero. You have to watch who you buy drugs from. You have to be careful who you sell drugs to. If you have ever used drugs in your life, whoever you bought the drugs from, whoever you got high with, will always find a way to see you as somebody who still uses drugs, who still gets high, who's still in that life. They will always find a way to still paint you in that life. Always. 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 You know, it's sad because people can change. But when you buy drugs from somebody, drug dealers always remember, oh yeah, such and such get high. This could have been 15 years later. You done got clean, cleaned up your life, got your kids back, all that old stuff. Got a new house, got your career going. You doing well for yourself. But they will remember when you was getting high, and they will always say, once a crackhead, always a crackhead. They always go back. That's how they see it. It's just a part of the game. Real recognize real, and of course, you always have to watch who you get high around. You got to watch who you get high with, because some people have been slipped a Mickey or whatever, and they were never right again. But some people have taken drugs and then they die. Slide you, slip some fentanyl in you. And next thing you know, here you are DMX'd out. You are DMX'd out. Sad state of affairs, baby. But real recognize real. And you're credible about all the wrong things. So, your uncle, your brother, your neighbors, whatever, they warned you about this cat. They warned you about this woman. And shout out to all of my recovering alcoholics, recovering addicts. I really don't like that they have to call themselves recovering for the rest of their lives. I'm not feeling that. Not feeling that. I figured once you are clean, clean off of something, there's a difference between, being sober and being clean. There's a difference between being sober and being clean. When you're sober, that means you're not high anymore. You're not high now. But when you're clean, not only are you sober, not only are you not using, but that means that you have cleaned up your life. You have cleansed yourself of all of the behaviors and all of the antics and all of the characteristics and all of the problems that came along with getting high and that life. Like you are all the way up out of that life, that you have left that behind.
90 seconds.
Carol says, I wonder what happened to Coolio. I think from what I've been hearing, there may have been some drug activity involved, because the way that they've been describing what happened to him, it sounds a lot like some drug activity to me. But let's see.
60 seconds.
Let's see. How did Coolio die?
According to Wikipedia, Coolio was born on September 11th, 1786, just south of...
Shut up. How did Coolio die? There you go.
I've got the latest for how did Coolio die. From Yahoo News, paramedics did CPR on Coolio for 45 minutes before he died, his cause of death revealed. From Deseret News on MSN.com, how did Coolio die? From Los Angeles Times on MSN.com, Coolio reprised his role for Futurama revival before he died.
Well, I guess we're going to probably have to wait until... Okay, it says Coolio died following a suspected cardiac arrest. Okay, well, I hope so. I mean, rest in peace to Coolio and his family. But it just seemed a little, the way that I heard the details of him dying, it seemed like they weren't saying something, especially how they kept saying a friend of his without saying the friend's name. And like, it just seems to be some suspicion surrounding his death. But I swear, yeah, that's right. Wait for toxicology reports. We'll see. It's a shame how many people we lose in the hip hop field. Like, hey, Rappers be dying, boy. Either we getting murdered or something is happening. It's a shame. All right, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious last day of September. September 30th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Judge Janine. Happy birthday to you, Judge Janine. And Joy Daniels turning 63 years old today, and Sassy Diva McIntyre turning 31 years old today. No relation, but what up, guys? What's going on? And also Angeline Threekeld? Angeline Threekeld? I don't know. That's a strange last name. Turning 42 years old today. And Arminta Hairston, happy birthday to you. And Mona Phillips turning 50 years old today. And Carmen Maria Peralta turning 24 years old today. And Diana Cougar Weeks, happy birthday to you. And she's raising money for Autism Speaks. And also Sierra Renee turning 34 years old. And Hazel Robertson turning 42 years old. And my girl Reza Sunshine Johnson, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my girl Sylvia Banks, happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious September 30th. I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, but don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, real recognize real. We use credible witnesses. We use credible people who know about things that lack credibility or lack authenticity or lack integrity. We go get people who have done bad things to identify other people who may be doing bad things. It is what it is. Love is love. We are here, and we will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will be here 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all come through for the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. We won't be here on Sunday because I have a game on Sunday, and y'all know how it go. You know, no. All right, so y'all have a good night, a good Friday. If you're going out, make sure you be careful. Shout out to all of the people, all of the victims, all of the people suffering down in Florida with Hurricane Ian. It really did a heck of a job down there. You know, you see some of the videos, some of the photos, man. It really tore it up down there. So shout out to people who are going down there to do the cleanup effort. And peace to the people in the line of fire, like, Georgia and South Carolina, where they say that the storm is moving. You know what I mean? So, you know how it goes. We get hurricane season every year, but sometimes it's really, really bad. And, this time is no different. I contacted my brother to see if he was okay. And he said he was. And that's good. So peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love y'all right back to life. Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And for my YouTubers, You know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobas. Peace. All right, y'all.